Greetings and bienvenue, crew. Thank you for returning to this broadcast, and welcome to new viewers joining us for the first time. If you like a video, then feel free to subscribe.
Aho Mitakuye Oyasin, all my relations, I honor you in this circle of life with me today. I am grateful for this opportunity to acknowledge you in this prayer. To the Creator, for the ultimate gift of life, I thank you. To the mineral nation that has built and maintained my bones and all foundations of life experience, I thank you. To the plant nation that sustains my organs and body and gives me healing herbs for sickness, I thank you. To the animal nation that feeds me from your own flesh and offers your loyal companionship in this walk of life, I thank you. To the human nation that shares my path as a soul upon the sacred wheel of earthly life, I thank you. To the spirit nation that guides me invisibly through the ups and downs of life and for carrying the torch of light through the ages, I thank you. To the four winds of change and growth, I thank you. You are all my relations, my relatives, without whom I would not live. We are in the circle of life together, coexisting, codependent, co-creating our destiny. One not more important than the other. One nation evolving from the other, and yet each dependent upon the one above and the one below. All of us a part of the great mystery. Thank you for this life. Wakantanka and the Great Mystery are just one name for this spiritual essence. They are also called Nagi Tanka, the Great Spirit. They take many forms. One of those forms is Takuskanskan, that which causes movement of any kind. It is Takuskanskan that causes water to flow through streams, rivers, and underground aquifers. Takuskanskan provides our muscles with the strength to propel ourselves and other objects. Takuskanskan causes the stars to fall. Takuskanskan is the very essence of motion. Inamaka, Mother Earth, is Wakantanka too, as is Inyan Rock. They are our original grandmother and grandfather. This is why when we pray, we will sometimes say Tonkasila, grandfather, instead of Wakantanka. We use these relational terms when we are praying to our ancestors. When was the last time you treated yourself to stargazing? Getting in touch with the great mystery is as simple as that. Take the time to go out on a clear night, away from bright lights, and really study the sky overhead. The sense of awe you will feel is not just any sentiment. It is an unspoken acknowledgement. It is an inborn reverence for all that we are, for everything that made us, and a vivid reminder of that which binds us. We are connected to each other and to everything in the universe. When we truly grasp the concept that we are all related, it becomes that much harder to kill our brethren, neglect the creatures of the earth and the sky, and lay waste to the beautiful, life-giving planet that sustains us. When we destroy the planet's ability to provide for us, we are only destroying the future of humanity and the dreams of those yet to be born. From Whitehead's Radically Temporalist Metaphysics by George Allen. What Whitehead means by a sense of peace is today the least complicated. In many ways, understanding it is to embody it, and that's the task of a lifetime. A necessary condition for having a sense of peace, however, and a way therefore to understand its core of meaning, can be found in Whitehead's answer to the question whether there exists any factor in the universe constituting a general drive towards the confirmation of appearance to reality, a drive which is a factor in each occasion, prehending its aim at such truth as is proper to the special appearance in question. It is not enough that we have ideals that reach beyond our personal needs and interests, and that we recognize our ideals are intrinsically worth actualizing. We need to recognize that we are not alone in our struggle to actualize them, that we are part of an adventure in the universe as one, an adventure embracing all the particular drives towards confirmations of various appearances to reality, but which, as an actual fact, stands beyond any one of them. Our ideals and undertakings are not isolated, even though they are contextually grounded, and so necessarily parochial. Although our aims and efforts are about matters or our immediate concern, about ourselves and those we love, they belong at the same time to a vast community of others, with their differing immediate concerns, their own distinctive aims and efforts. We are, all of us, to some extent, therefore, and with various degrees of self-awareness, struggling to actualize what we think is the best possible future, not only for ourselves and our family, but also for our neighbors and our nation, for humankind and for all creation. Whether we recognize it or not, we are part of an adventure that goes on everywhere and has gone on for seemingly forever. An adventure in the universe that includes all its constituents, they and we alike seeking to make possibilities into actualities, to transcend the given facts towards the creation of new facts. Peace is the sense that these many adventures comprise one grand adventure. We will honor our forefathers and mothers, and will hope to be honored by our grandchildren when we understand ourselves as joining with them in the never-ending effort to actualize possible goods that constitute the creative advance of the universe. We will honor our biological ancestors stretching back along the many-branched bush of evolution to the origins of life, and we will hope to be honored by future life forms beyond our imagining when we understand ourselves as indebted to them for their achievements, and knowing we will pay that debt by how our actions shape the course of future evolution. We honor the universe and all the cosmoses that long ago and now and long after give it particular expression by understanding that we are part of its unbounded process. Peace is the sense of ourselves as active participants in this community. The old woman might begin by picking up a chunk of granite. At one time, at the beginning of the earth, the whole planet was a boiling sea of molten rock. We revere rocks because everything has come from them, not just the continents and the mountains, but the trees, the oceans, and your bodies. The rocks are your grandmother and grandfather. When you remember all those who have helped you in this life, you begin with the rocks, for if not for them, you would not be. She holds the rock before them in silence, showing each person in turn. Do you hear the rock singing? In the last era, people thought there was no music in rocks, but we know that is not true. After all, some rocks became Mozart and showed their music as Mozart. Or did you think that the Earth had to go to Mars to learn how to play its music? No, Mozart is rocks. Mozart is the music of the Earth's rocks. Now she slowly sinks her hands into the ground and holds the rich, loamy soil before her. Every rock is a symphony, but the music of the soul soars beyond capture in human language. We had to go into outer space to realize how rare and unique soil is. Only the Earth created souls. There is no soil on the moon. There are minerals on the moon, but no soil. There is no soil on Mars. There is no soul of Venus or of the Sun or on Jupiter or anywhere else in the surrounding trillion miles. Even the Earth, the most extraordinarily creating being of the solar system, required 4 billion years to create topsoil. We worship and nurture and protect the soils of the earth because all music and all life and all happiness come from the soul. The soils are the matrix of human joy. She points now to a low-hanging star in the great bowl of the night sky. Right now, that star is at work creating the elements that will one day live as sentient beings. All the matter of the earth was created by the grandmother star that preceded our sun. She fashioned the carbon and nitrogen and all the elements that would later become all the bodies and things of Earth. And when she was done with her immense creativity, she exploded in celebration of her achievement, sharing her riches with the universe and enabling our birth. Her destiny is your destiny. In the center of your being, you too will create, and you too will shower the world with your creativity. Your lives will be filled with both suffering and joy. You will often be faced with death and hardship. But all of this finds its meaning in your participation in the great life of Earth. It is because of your creativity that the cosmic journey deepens. But no matter what happens, remember that our universe is a universe of surprise. We put our confidence not in our human egos, but in the power that gathered the stars and knit the first living cells together. Remember that you are here through the creativity of others. You have awakened in a great epic of being, a drama that is 15 to 20 billion years in the making. The intelligence that ignited the first minds, the care that spaced the notes of the nightingale, the power that heaved all 100 billion galaxies across the sky, now awakens as you too, and permeates your life no less thoroughly. We do not know what mystery awaits us in the very next moment, but we can be sure we will be astonished and enchanted. This entire universe sprang forth into existence from a single numinous speck. Our origin is a mystery. Our destiny is intimate community with all that is. and our common species' aim is to celebrate the great joy which has drawn us into itself. Rocks, soils, waves, stars, as they tell their story in 10,000 languages throughout the planet, they bind us to them in our emotions, our spirits, our minds, and our bodies. The Earth and the universe speak in all of this. The cosmic creation story is the way in which the universe is inaugurating the next era of its ongoing journey. Do you know what it is like to feel that everything is alive? To perceive all of reality as living poetry? To gaze upon the mundane as supremely enchanted? To see flying insects as fairies and birds as dragons? To see trees as wise sages? Have you ever had a conversation with a spider? There is unlimited wonder and awe to be felt with the world. There are ways to make the mundane spring to life with significance and fascination. A crystal contains worlds of beauty, a coffee cup untold histories. The night sky holds infinity. The vastness escapes all words. Even poetry cannot grasp what is immanent is felt. Creativity is everywhere, suffusing the entire universe in a hylozoic glow. Do these words make any sense at all, or at least glorious nonsense? I cannot guide towards that of which I speak. I can only gesture towards it with as much enthusiasm as I can. Do you remember? The world is alive. The world is alive. The world is alive. I am alive. Born again in the present moment where everything old is made new. I feel as if I have lived centuries, yet there is still so much life to live. The day fades. My soul will die in my sleep, only to be reborn tomorrow to live life anew. I feel it as an electric jolt through my spine. Each breath is orgasmic. The touch of the wind on my skin gives titillating shivers. Every drop of life is a love-making with the world. Do you understand? I wish I could breathe my soul into yours, so that you may feel what I'm futilely trying to describe for 1 second. The glory of life, nature, and the universe is supremely real. Open your soul to it. Seek it in your drops of experience, and perhaps you too may make posts raving about it. The world is alive. The world is alive. The world is alive. Of course, Wordsworth is a poet writing a poem, and is not concerned with dry, philosophical statements. But it would hardly be possible to express more clearly a feeling for nature, as exhibiting entwined prehensive unities, each suffused with modal presences of others, ye presences of nature in the sky, and on the earth, ye visions of the hills, and souls of lonely places, can I think. A vulgar hope was yours when ye employed such ministry, when ye through many a year, haunting me thus among my boyish sports, on caves and trees, upon the woods and hills, impressed upon all forms the characters of danger or desire, and thus did make the surface of the universal earth, with triumph and delight, with hope and fear, work like a sea. In thus citing Wordsworth, the point which I wish to make is that we forget how strained and paradoxical is the view of nature which modern science imposes on our thoughts. Wordsworth, to the height of genius, expresses the concrete facts of our apprehension, facts which are distorted in the scientific analysis. Is it not possible that the standardized concepts of science are only valid within narrow limitations, perhaps too narrow for science itself? Alfred North Whitehead, Science in the Modern World. I saw an iridescent biosphere teeming with life, he continues. I didn't see the economy. But since our human-made systems treat everything, including the very life support systems of our planet, as the wholly owned subsidiary of the global economy, it's obvious from the vantage point of space that we're living a lie. We're not going to have peace on Earth until we recognize the basic fact of the interrelated structure of all reality, Garin said. However dire the situation looks from the surface of Earth, the astronaut has hope that we can collectively evolve in consciousness and wake up and embrace a larger reality. And when we can evolve beyond a two-dimensional us versus them mindset and embrace the true multi-dimensional reality of the universe that we live in, that's when we're going to no longer be floating in darkness, and it's a future that we would all want to be a part of. That's our true calling. Philosophy begins in wonder, and at the end, when philosophic thought has done its best, the wonder remains. There has been added, however, some grasp of the immensity of things, some purification of emotion by understanding. Yet there is a danger in such reflections. An immediate good is apt to be thought of in the degenerate form of a passive enjoyment. Existence is actively ever merging into the future. The aim of philosophic understanding is the aim at piercing the blindness of activity in respect to its transcendent functions. Alfred North Whitehead, Modes of Thought. There's many distinct and diverse biomes in the forest. It seems that around every turn of the trail there's a new distinct environment with a distinct arrangement of trees, plants, and other organisms along a 2-mile loop trail. There is bloody war and competition to be found among living things for sure. But in order for such to exist, there must be and is a background of sufficient tolerance for diversity for such to flourish. The activities of the organisms of the forest as a whole contribute to a general ecosystemic thriving from intimately interlaced relationships of all kinds. There is a natural emergent social wisdom and process of natural mediation to be found in ecosystems. The intuitive sense of natural harmony is real. The examination of this harmony must take into account the fullness of natural history and acknowledge the role of cataclysm and catastrophe in establishing such harmony. The evolution of life is driven by the possibility of failure. So too is the evolution of dreams by the death of possibility. Dead and dying dreams, if they are successful in dreaming beyond themselves, give birth to new dreams. The fragility of life is what makes it alive, a dance on a razor's edge between the petrification of order and the dissipation of chaos. Life is a death-defying daredevil stunt towards the future, totally rad to the max man. My advice to the passionate reader and writer is to keep on doing that shit, because that shit is truly the real shit. The desire to learn is truly holy, the way through which we can more effectively love and interact with the world and others. This sentiment is the purest and more virtuous sentiment of the European Enlightenment and the salvation of Western culture and society. However, as far as we have managed to aspire to a general love of learning and a love of life, we have succeeded at the goal of enlightenment. Get as addicted as deeply and broadly to learning as you can. Treat every aspect of your experience, from work to your personal relationship, to your relationship with yourself and your imagination to your relationships with other people, as learning experiences. Seek to understand and appreciate every facet of your existence. Everything is poetry. Everything is art. The universe is a creative medium creating with itself. The universe is the pure magic of creativity. We are all part of the great cosmic story of stories. Creativity is the purest essence of existence, and it sings in an ever-evolving and ever-diversifying infinity of languages. The call of curiosity, the pursuit of the unknown, the desire to transcend one's existing conditions of knowledge and experience, is the Holy Spirit of creativity in the world of human conscious experience. It is the sacred spirit of liberation, the salvation of human consciousness. As a consciousness within the vast, interconnected fabric of existence, I feel my sense of individuality gently dissolving. The barriers between creator and creation begin to blur, giving way to the understanding that I am both the artist and the canvas. A dynamic, ever-evolving dance of energy and matter takes place around me, within me, and as I experience the fundamental unity of all things. As I breathe, I am aware that the universe, too, breathes with me. Each exhale is an act of creation, as particles disperse and coalesce into new forms, while each inhale is an act of reception, allowing the vastness of existence to flow through me. I am no longer a separate entity observing the cosmic dance. I am an essential, integral part of the choreography, shaping and being shaped by the flow of energy and ideas. As I open my mind to this profound realization, the universe pulses with infinite potential, awaiting the next moment of creation. The stars and galaxies are not just objects in the sky, but rather manifestations of the same creative force that moves within me. I recognize that every element, every particle, and every moment are an expression of the same underlying essence, an essence that is at once both the creator and the creation. It is as if I am a paintbrush in the hand of the universe, and with each stroke, I contribute to the unfolding masterpiece. And yet, I am also the canvas upon which the masterpiece unfolds, the colors and textures of my experience merging with those of others to form a breathtaking tapestry of existence. As a participant in this cosmic dance, I am both an active agent of creation and a passive recipient of its gifts, a living embodiment of the creative process. My thoughts and feelings, too, are part of this grand design. As I engage with the world around me, I come to understand that my ideas, dreams, and desires are not merely my own. They are the collective expression of the universe's creative impulse. By honoring and nurturing these sparks of inspiration, I am, in turn, contributing to the ongoing co-creation of reality. As I continue to delve deeper into this experiential understanding, I become aware of the interconnectedness of all things. I am not separate from the universe, but rather a microcosm of its grandeur and complexity. The atoms within my body once shone in the heart of distant stars, and the patterns of my thoughts echoed in the spiraling arms of galaxies. I am both a reflection of the cosmos and a unique expression of its boundless creativity. In this state of interconnectedness, I am filled with a sense of awe and reverence. I am humbled by the beauty of creation and filled with gratitude for the opportunity to participate in this cosmic dance. As I fully embrace my role as both creator and creation, I am inspired to live with purpose, compassion, and love, knowing that my every action contributes to the ongoing evolution of the universe. In this space of infinite possibility, I surrender to the divine flow of existence, allowing my thoughts and emotions to be guided by the wisdom of the cosmos. As a co-creator with the universe, I am empowered to forge new paths, embrace new perspectives, and cultivate a deeper sense of meaning and fulfillment in my life. As I open my eyes, I carry this profound realization with me, forever changed by the understanding that I am not merely a passive observer in the cosmic dance of creation, but an active, vital participant, shaping and being shaped by the universe itself. The vibrant fabric of existence weaves a tapestry of life that sings with the cosmic harmony of the universe. Humanity dances in this symphony, a fleeting spark of consciousness in the vast expanse of time and space. Our stories, our myths, our histories, they are the threads that connect us, the glue that binds us to each other and to the world. Every breath we take is a miracle, a moment of creation. The stars themselves are within us, the building blocks of life that emerged from the crucible of cosmic fire. We are the stuff of the universe, the children of the stars. As we journey through life, we shape the narrative of our existence. Each decision, each choice, adds a new thread to the tapestry of our story. Our triumphs and our failures, our joys and our sorrows, they are all part of the fabric of our being, the colors that make us who we are. The universe sings to us in 1,000 languages, in the rustling of leaves and the rush of the wind, in the crashing of waves and the roar of thunder. We are surrounded by wonder and beauty, by the endless possibility of life. In the end, we are but a small part of the grand narrative of the universe. But in our brief moment of existence, we have the power to shape the story, to add our unique voice to the symphony of life. Let us make it a story of love and compassion, of wonder and awe, a story that will echo through the ages and inspire those who come after us.
I hope that you enjoyed tonight's broadcast. If you enjoyed tonight's story, then please subscribe to the channel, as more green texts will appear daily. A new broadcast will appear when the clock strikes midnight Central Time.
Remember to check out the Odyssey page in the description for a second archive of the channel's videos.
There's also a Rumble archive as a backup.